Greetings and salutations, and welcome to episode 4 of my modded career playthrough. Last episode, we did our first lunar probe, which was horrible. We need better stuff. We need more science. Anyway, I've come to a few conclusions. One, I've got to stop promising to do more than one mission per episode. It's not gonna happen. Normally when I play this, I don't have to worry about getting it all into like half-hour sections, so I can just play as long as I like. Obviously I can't do that now. What's the other epiphany? Oh yeah, I never realised how much I used revert flight option until I banned myself from using it. It's horrible. But it is what it is, and we picked it, and I'm not backing out now. So, this episode, I have decided we are not going to do another lunar mission yet. We need to spam science. We have 26. We need to get up to 90 to get solar panels. They're only basic ones, but we really, really need them. Really bad. Also, that would be a better probe as well, so that's going to make lunars better. But we need 90 for that, and we've got 26. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to spam science from these different buildings. In fact, if you don't know this yet, each one of these buildings is classed as a different biome. So, in theory, if you put a rocket on the launch pad, you can do the science. If you could get the rocket onto the vehicle assembly building, you could do the science again. You'd still collect the same amount of science because it's a different biome. In fact, even this grassland here, I believe it's called grassland actually, is a different biome. So I just need to walk off. Now, the only two places I can launch things from at the moment, well, are the launch pad and the runway. I wonder, can I do it from the other launch pads? That's interesting. I'll have a look at that in a minute. But anyway, my quick goal is I'm going to put a science package on there and do all the science. I'm going to put a science package on the runway and do all the science. And I'm going to get out and walk to the grasslands and take a surface sample and another EVA. Then I'm going to recover it all, and hopefully that will bring me up to, well, I think it's going to be about 60 to be honest, but let's hope it's going to be 90, and then we can do some proper missions. But if not, I think the first missions we're going to be doing today are the Soyuz program. We are going to, let's just have a quick look actually. What ones can we do? Collect science data from around Kerbal. Yes, we'll take that because that's a very easy mission to do, and we can do it without having to specifically have a proper mission for it. We'll just do it with the rest. Science from the moon. Yeah, we'll take that too. We won't be doing it this mission, but for the future it's worth having. From the surface of the moon, once again, we're a long way away from that, but we will take it. Is there any... yeah, tourists. Orbit. There you go. That's what we wanted. Orbit. Okay, so we're going to accept that. That's going to be our first project, Soyuz. I might do multiple missions at the same time on that to try and cut down on the amount of videos we're going to be making, because I dare say you guys don't want to watch repeats of me launching a Soyuz craft, which you know works. We'll see how it goes anyway. So we've got a bunch of active missions now. Okay, as I said, I'm going to just spam science, so I'm just going to fast forward this bit while I do this. Okay, so what I worked out then, if you didn't notice, was I can't take surface samples until I upgrade this, which sucks because I don't have that much money. That's not good. That's not good at all. Anywho, like I said, it's got us up to about 60, which isn't enough. So my plan is we're going to do some Soyuz missions. We have taken on the contract to launch tourists. We will still have, because we don't have a decent probe core yet to automate it, we will still have to have a pilot on board. So there's only going to be, because the biggest one we've got can only fit 2 crew. So we're going to be doing one at a time, a tourist. But that's basically going to pay for our rocket to go up. Yeah, that's basically going to pay for the rocket. It's going to pay for the mission. But we're also going to strap a science package onto the side of this. Now, normally, when this mission gets, the Soyuz program gets up and running properly, it won't have a science package on board at all, because it's only going to be for spamming tourists and docking with stuff. But because we're really early and I need to spam everything, we're going to be landing this in different biomes. So instead of water-based landings, what we've normally been doing, I'm trying to land on land now, so I can take the science from that biome and add to it, just so I can get these things. I really need it, because otherwise I can't really do a mission to the moon, and I can't progress any farther until I do. So yes, this is going to be Soyuz 1. Let's see. 1. Hopefully, well, yes. I hope it's going to be more successful than the real Soyuz 1 project. That unfortunately winded up killing the cosmonauts. What was his name now? I forget. Karlov. Sergei Karlov. I dare say I pronounced that wrong. And I may have even mixed it up with their Prime Minister. I don't know what it is. I forget. President, yeah. Oh, how am I going to do this, actually? Thinking about it. I need to put that on there. I don't like this. Okay, this package here is a storage unit. Basically, what it'll do if you activate it is sucking all the science what I've just recovered, and store it in there. Now, because this craft comes with its own decoupler, I can't really stick any science on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plonk it on there, and then I'm going to move this inside the capsule. So that means I need to put the parachute. See, I don't like that parachute either. That's not strong enough for what I want, so I'm going to stick one of these on top. I know it's going to look weird. I know it's going to look weird. But I'd rather it look weird and be safe. So that's on there. And I'm going to move this tool down so it's hidden. And there. Yeah, that'll do. Can I still access it? I can, right, so I'm going to quickly put that on an action group, just in case I forget. I'll put it on brakes. Collect all. And then for abort, it's going to be our science one. Observe. Observe. Log. And log. Oh yeah, and crew report. Because even though... See, I think I'm going to bring that down a tiny bit more, you know. Because it does look terrible. You go down one more. Now I'm hoping that's not going to mess with the parachute too much. As I said, normally I rely on revert flight far too much for my own good. Pick this up. Hello? There you go. So if something goes wrong, I'll just revert the flight and then change it. But obviously I've banned myself from doing that this time. Let's try and move this over a bit. That works. It's a bit weird, I know, but it'll do. Oh, hang on. Will it do? Ah. This is a problem with circles. Whose bright idea was this, eh? Oh yeah, Sergei Karlov. Anyway, that's what I was talking about. He's the he was known as the chief designer of the Russian space program. His name was kept secret right up until after his death. Actually, I believe it first came out when at his funeral. He's the genius, anyway, who came up with the R7 rocket design. For those who don't know, the R7 rocket design is what they launched the Soyuz rocket with now to go to the ISS. It's the one with the pointy things on. We'll be building a version of it later. So let's just save this. And then if I open this, say me having to do that with a rocket. There's method to my madness, I swear. Is it that? No, it was Luna, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, load. As I was saying, he's the genius who came up with the R7 rocket design. And it is a genius design. They've basically not changed it at all in all the time. Well, they've little fiddled with it, but they've basically not messed with it at all. I'm just going to put this in sub-assemblies. No, don't do that. I broke it. No. Okay, don't save. Open. Don't save. We'll put that on again. Luna. Yeah, the R7 design anyway. Absolute genius. Runs on kerosene instead of the expensive hydrogen fuel that NASA uses. I mean, hydrogen's better, obviously, because it's got better impulse. We'll just call that booster one. For now. Right, let's open that one. Sorry, there is method to this, I swear. Don't save. Soyuz. Load. Yeah, it runs on kerosene, so it's cheaper, anyway, than hydrogen. Doesn't get a better impulse, but it's great for what it does, which is just going into orbit. So let's pick this. So we have to redo it, and I'm just going to change that way. Put that on there. Right now, we know this works. It could be better. We could have struts, we could have fuel lines, but at the moment we don't, unfortunately. I think I'm just going to need to put a little engine on there, actually, just to make sure. Come on, work with me. I have the tiniest fuel tank. Tiny engine. And we're going to, because it's a weird shape, we're going to need to do fairings. And I bet that's not going to fit around there, is it? Oh. Okay, just let me quickly move these things. I bet that's still not going to go around there because it's. Oh, we'll try. Because we do need it. Oh, it's literally going to go out of there. Yeah, that's it. That'll do. I know it looks weird. I said it's going to look weird. I wasn't lying. Hello, computer. I think I may have broke it. What's going on? There you go. Okay, so we're going to go with that. Just check these stages. Definitely do not want that one going off yet. So that one, then that one, and that one. I know I've not put an extra fairing in, but it seemed to work on the last one. You watch, it'll go wrong on this one. Sod's law. Right, so I'm happy with that design. Let's put some people in. Right, so like I said, we're going to need a pilot because we don't have any decent probes yet, and we're going to bum that tourist in. So let's save and launch. So weird shape it is. Another night mission. I'm going to have to fast forward that next time, I think. Turn these on. See, now we have these. Yay, it's going to make life easier. And they're just chilling, they like it. Obviously, I can't do an EVA with the tourist because he's not going to like it. I have a science package locked in, all good in the hood. Right, so let's turn this up. We just need to get this into orbit, and we know it can get into orbit, so we're laughing. Oh, it might be a bit heavier with these, actually. Still, it's going to get there. Tiny little bit. Yeah, so as I said, Sergei Korolev, the dude who came up with the R7, he unfortunately died before he could see the first Soyuz program, the first Soyuz mission launch. I believe he had minimal input into the design of this. He died an accident in hospital, a simple operation, a complication. The world was a sadder place for it. He was a genius in all rights. He missed out on the Nobel Prize. They tried to give him the Nobel Prize for putting the first satellite into orbit on the R7. It's that old. That rocket's that old. But like the Russians say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah, they tried to give him the Nobel Prize for doing this. When they contacted Russia to ask what his name was so they could present it with him, they refused to release his name. Said something along the lines of, this accomplishment was done by everyone in the Soviet Union. Which is a shame, really, because he deserved the recognition. He was a very clever man. Right, so we're getting up to... Yeah, well, I've put more weight on top, obviously. That obviously weighs more than the last probe core we used. And we put some other stuff on top, so it's struggling to get up here. Oh, I forgot to put a... Lol. I forgot to put MechJeb on, I can't tell. Oh well, never mind, eh? Oh, whoa, what's going on? No, something's gone wrong. What's gone wrong? Oh, stop it. Right, we're gonna ditch that stage. And I'm gonna apparently go backwards. I've lost all control. What's going on? Why is this like this? Okay, come on, quick, this way. We want to go this way. That was weird. I don't know what happened then. Okay, obviously we're having to fight the... having to fight the direction we just added. The speed we just added, the surface speed, orbit speed even. That's bad. That just wasted a bunch of Delta V for us. Should still be able to get into orbit though, I hope. 20,000, we'll just have to wait and see. See, it'd be times like this, I'd just revert flight. Maybe it's that, you know. It's very not very dynamic, aerodynamic. So, I'm going to start angling a bit more. How much electric have we got? 50. We're 100%. We really need to get that altitude up. Oh lol, this might not be good enough to get into orbit. I'm not having much luck with this space program. I'm normally better than this, I swear. Come on, get up there. Yeah, we are really low on fuel as well. Okay, I'm gonna stop it now. Warp to there. Once again, I bet you can't see nothing. And we can't warp very fast because we're still in the atmosphere. Yeah, this is going... Right, it's obviously to do with how heavy that is. It wants to push it around, which means we need more thrust to keep it stable. Which means we need better engines, which we don't have yet. Come on, break the atmosphere. Be a sport. Oh, I can. Hey, look at that. Okay, right, so let's try and get it in some kind of... I've got a pilot on. I can't control it. Oh. Right, I'm going to have to put some fuel and thrust on to try and get some steerage. I need to go this way. And I'm going to cut the engines here. I'm going to have to start using RCSs on these. But I need the goddamn solar panels. Okay, so... I want to get a bit closer. Yeah, no control still. I do not like this. Can I do this? Does this work? Nope, still doesn't work. Okay, so I'm going to need to put a bit of throttle on to get some steerage. And then I'm going to blast it about here. Now, have we got enough fuel? Is the question. We probably do not. Ditch that bit. Whoa, Nessie. Okay, now this is very frugal. Oh no, 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 no. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. And it's going all over the... Why is it going all over the place? Is it this capsule? Does it not come with RCS? I need to check that. Okay, so that did not get into orbit. That is not good. That is another mission failure. Ah, was it? Oh, duh. Okay, but we can complete... We can bring back science. I know there's nothing on that one, but there is on that one. If we reset these, I can do these when we land. Keep that. Reset. Okay, and we want to store... Oh no, we can't do it. Oh, lol. I'm going to have to ditch the stage, haven't I? Okay, so let's do the break. To store that little bit of science I kept. And we're going to go retrograde, if it'll let me. No, no control at all. Do this has an RCS? No, it does not. Okay, that explains that then. Okay, that explains that. Cheap Russian stuff. Right, we're going to wait for it to go past the next... Oh no, I have no fuel left, do I? I'm literally just waiting. And we're probably going to run out of electricity. No, this is bad. Right, let's see if I can get below the atmosphere. Okay. So it's slowly trying to... Let's ditch this now. Don't need the science package. And yeah, I'm ballistic now. It has no control at all. Typical. Whose bright idea was a Soyuz program? No, to be fair, normally when I do it, I don't use these parts. I'm only using these because they came with the new DLC, the Making History DLC. They do come with their own heat shield. And now the problem I'm worrying about, because I have no control, well, very little control, if that goes in head first into the atmosphere, I'm going to lose that chute. And if I lose that chute, I lose these, which would be bad. It's trying to keep at the back. Let's hope it does. We'll just speed up until we hit some drag. Man, look at that. That is so uncontrollable. I do not like this. Come on. Come on. Come on. I hope the drag's going to write it for me. There we go. Slow down. No, it's not writing it for me. Yeah, let's hope it just doesn't burn that parachute. Interesting fact, on the original Soyuz design, there was no parachute. When it was coming back into orbit after you got through the atmosphere, or the hot bit, they literally had to open the door, and jump out and use a normal parachute. I know, mental, right? That's the Russians for you. I do not like this. I do not like this. Okay, next time, or when I can afford it anyway, I'm going to put an little RCS module on here, and hide some batteries inside maybe. Our electricity is not going down, but then again we have nothing to use, so... Oh, I've got to stop doing that. Every time you fast forward during this, bad things happen. Okay, so I'm slightly disappointed with that craft not being able to get into orbit. That's not good. It's not good at all. This just righted itself now. The parachute at the back. Which is where I wanted it. I hate shields. Going down slowly. That 20 is going to be plenty, I think. Now, this is going to complete one of our contracts. One of our contracts was to gather science from... Oh, something just blew up. I think that'll be the science package I jettisoned. Science data from around Kerbin, which we will have. So that's going to complete that. So we're going to get a bit of money anyway. We're going to get a tiny bit of money for doing a suborbital for the tourist. Not going to complete it, so we're going to need to send him up again on the next craft, unfortunately. But we're going to get $4,000 for that as well. Money's not really going to be that much of a problem now for a bit, because we've got 206. Did that just say? Yeah, suborbital flight for that tourist is done. We still need to do the orbital, which is bad. I can't believe that didn't work. Damn them. More boosters, I believe is the term. Well, we'll turn that off because that seems to be okay. We've done a contract. We've slowed down enough to drop this. Oh, does that not work? Oh, it did work. Okay, it's a good job that we did that before. How heavy is this? I forgot to check, didn't I? Yeah, so let's speed up till we get to a decent atmosphere, decent altitude. Slow down so the chute opens without crashing. But we are doing a land mission, landing. Saying we have no science. Maybe if I strap some to there. Maybe I should just ditch this thing altogether. But I need bigger capsules. I need the Gemini capsules really for that. I don't remember it being this hard on normal playthroughs. It's sod's law, isn't it? Right, so slow that down. How fast are we going? 8 meters. I mean, we're going to land safely. It's at the top end of the numbers I would like for an impact. Definitely no more than 10. That's when things definitely go wrong. Let's fast forward to landing. Ooh, careful. Interesting. Oh yeah, because we landed. Okay, so if I do a quick EVA with him, I can spam more science. It's a little bit more science. I would like to take a surface sample as well, but I haven't unlocked that yet. Okay, so recover. Hmm. I need to have RCS. Okay, well, the good news is we now have 90 science. So, that's where the... it's not fair. Okay, right, we really need that, so I'm going to buy it before I change my mind. And now we have... yeah, now we have solar panels. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up for an episode here, you know. I'm going to fix that the rocket for the next Soyuz mission, so it will get into orbit. But now we have solar panels. I may just jump straight back into Lunar, you know, because that way we get a lot more science, and we can worry about the Soyuz program later when we have better parts. So yeah, we will see next episode where the world takes us. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and take it easy.